Hello YouTube and welcome to another moto vlog coming at you live from my computer room in Sterling, Virginia. Of course I'm narrating this after the fact. You know me. Do I talk into my microphone as I'm riding my motorcycle? No. Do I follow the pack? No. I do my narration, I do my editing after the fact because you know what? When I'm out there riding, I want to ride. Even if it's boring, even if it's easy, even if it's bullshit, I want to ride when I'm riding and I want to talk when I'm talking. So I've had a couple beers, yeah, maybe more than a couple, from my sponsor. Not my sponsor. They're not my sponsor, please. Please don't get me in trouble. They're not my sponsor, but Rocket Frog Brewing with the incredible Angry Alice double IPA. It's good stuff. It's not fruity, it's bitter. Oh yes, I love it. I'm gonna take a sip right now as I make this right turn onto Route 28 South. Oh yes. Right now it's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The road's wet. I'm taking it easy. My tires are cold. I've only been riding about a mile and a half. Absolutely no reason to ruin my entire day by just riding like an idiot, you know? Take it easy, make it around this path, and then accelerate out onto Route 28, the glorious, almost freeway, but not quite, of Route 28 South. It's a nice road, I think we all know that, but it's under construction heavily, as we will see later. And we've got some broken down cars, and we've got this, that, and the other. We'll have some fun, and we'll see what's going on. This is going to be a long video, guys. So, I haven't really thought things through. I'm just going to sit here and talk. Like a podcast, like a Monday morning podcast from Bill Burr. Except I'm not funny, and I'm not talented. So, good luck, guys. I would say put this on, you know, when you're riding in your car to work and just ignore the motorcycle riding and just listen to me talking. Or just watch the motorcycle riding and ignore my talking and put on some music. Or heck, watch both. We'll see what's going on. So here we are down on Route 50. The longest road in the United States of America, right? As it goes from Ocean City, Maryland to Sacramento, California. In about what, 4,000 miles. So this is it, man. This is the longest road in America, but unfortunately for me, or maybe fortunately for me, I'm only riding it for about I think it's about 5 miles. I'm only taking this road for about 5 miles instead of 4,000. So not too bad, not too bad. We're merging from 28 on the Route 50, and then here we go onto the Fairfax County Parkway, which is it's a very classic, a very sentimental road for me. This is where I grew up. I grew up driving on this road. I grew up riding on this road, and here I come back again on a nice, cold, wet day to have some more fun. For sure, for sure, for sure. Oh man, I have my everything adjusted wrong in Premiere Pro. I can't see where I am or where I'm going, so we're gonna be flying by night here. Fly by night. Yeah. Oh. So one thing you might have noticed there is all the leaves. There's like leaves just showering upon me the entire time I was riding. Like, look at that. Not just here, but like back on 28. In parts and up on the interstate, and just you'll see as we go on. There might be a couple leaf showers that I picked up here while we were riding, which is pretty cool. So now we're heading down on the Fairfax County Parkway. Very nice road. It's 3 lanes here, 50 mile an hour speed limit, but of course, you know me, 50 miles an hour. Does 50 miles an hour mean 70 miles an hour? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not trying to get a ticket. I don't know the status of my license. I can't even log into my stinking DMV account because I tried my PIN number wrong too many times. I don't know. Too much wrong. I'm gonna have to give them a call. You know, the Virginia DMV is quite annoying, right? I mean, you try to get into your accounts, and if you don't know every little detail about what you set up before with your PIN number and whatnot, well, they won't let you in. So I didn't notice this while I was riding, but I got that really annoying flaps going on beneath my helmet there. I think that was September 5th, 2018. So I've still got that sticker over a year later. I think that's 14 months later. I still got that number 5 sticker. One thing I can tell you to all my friends shooting is, you know, everyone talks about this GoPro Hero 8 that's coming out, but I think it's crap because all the image stabilization in the world is going to make your motorcycle videos look terrible. Image stabilization is just no good on motorcycle videos. Like, I'm putting part of my helmet into the video to show you that I'm not using stabilization. This is raw video. So now we're moving up ahead, and we're going to show you one of many police officers. I cut a lot of the police officers out because it would have been way too long. I mean, this video is already an hour freaking long, right? And if I was going to show you all the cops and all the pulled over people and all of this and all that, I mean, I would have to make a video just about that because I wouldn't have been able to fit all the rest of the crap in. There you go. I mean, you saw him in the median there. He was waiting. So now we're moving down the parkway a little further. We're heading towards my old hood in Fairfax Station, Clifton area. You can see the tower there off in the distance, and that's where we're headed, is up to that tower. So we're going to be moving down there. This is one of my favorite sections of the whole Fairfax County Parkway. Right here, as you pass through this light, there's this nice right turn here that everyone really checks up for, but man, you can really rip it through if you got a little bit of confidence in your riding or your driving. And it is just a lot of fun. But everyone seems to check up for it, and that's what I'm doing as well. We're going to ride up here, just following traffic. I mean, you can see in the left lane I could get ahead and then maybe merge back over to the right. But is it really worth taking all that risk to save, what, 30 seconds, a minute out of my time? When I already know at this point that I'm probably going to be early for my appointment down in Dhalgren. And the person, I'm actually worried that the other person I'm supposed to meet might not even show up because it's cold and windy and crappy out. But hey, thankfully for me, I'll say spoiler alert, he shows up and he's a badass and everything works out. So that was great. So let's get to the purpose of this trip. I know a couple guys, a couple riders through an app called Moto Amino. And they wanted to meet up and do a little work on my buddy's VFR 800. I think it's a 2014 VFR 800. Very cool bike. But something happened to it. We think somebody might have tried to steal it, or somebody might have kicked it over on purpose, or just done some bad things to the bike. And the forks and the wheel kind of got out of alignment. So like when you're holding the forks dead center, the wheel was like canted to the right, like by a lot, like 10 or 15 degrees. It was very noticeable. And what we wanted to do, my buddy, who is a mechanic, a former mechanic, and a former, Navy veteran, just a really good guy, smart guy, knowledgeable guy about motorcycles, said, if we loosen up some parts here and there, and when it comes to the forks and the triple tree and the axle, everything might right itself. So what we did was, his bike, we were lucky enough that his bike has a center stand, so we put the bike on the center stand. We pulled the bike down onto the back wheel so that the front wheel was, completely unloaded, just dangling in air. And while I was holding the bike down so that it stayed up, they loosened everything up, kind of, pushed things around, kind of knocked things around and adjusted things, and then tightened everything back up. And guess what? The wheel is straight. The wheel is straight. So we'll have a little VFR 800 review, Honda VFR 800 2014 review coming up later. So now we're crossing the Occoquan Bridge here on Route 123, Virginia 123. This is Occoquan, a very swanky town on the Occoquan River there. Got a lot of boats, and it leads out to Potomac and into the Chesapeake Bay. It's very nice. But as you'll see coming up, it gets a little, things get a little aggressive here. And I gotta admit, that's completely normal. You can either sit in the right lane and just take it easy, or you can try to be like me and make things aggressive, you know? Yeah. Oh, I got a message on Moto Chat. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Oh, they're talking about switching stuff. No. Yep. So that was that. We're going back into the video. You can hear me typing. I tried to say yep, but I actually said YP. Oh man, I'm drinking more and more, getting a little more and more buzzed. I was worried that guy on the right there in that van was going to come back into my lane. Look at that guy in the Cadillac there on the left, man. He's flying. He's going down the Route 1 or some shit. And he is just flying. I mean, this is a 45-mile-an-hour zone, and he's going like 60, 70 miles an hour. Welcome to America with that crap, right? Everyone just speeds their ass off when they can. So now we're merging onto another very popular road here, which is Interstate 95. Very popular road. And we're gonna putter down here for about, from here to where I exit is about 30 miles, and we're gonna go and we'll show you what I see. I mean, there's not too much interesting, but there's a couple things I think are worth pointing out, worth talking about, especially because I've got an audience that isn't just, you know, from the East Coast. You know, these people haven't seen these roads. They haven't seen what's going on here. They might not have even seen American roads before. So I'm trying to show you, like, if you want to ride around here in America, this is what you're gonna get. This is the kind of crap. So like, here we are in fall, and look at these leaves. This is just like a leaf storm. Leaf storm. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, my buddy messaged me again. Yeah, he was talking about some of these pictures I took earlier, and yeah, if you've seen these pictures, I don't know, you may or may not have. I did some messing with the colors. I did play with the colors a bit. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? So my buddy said, he pointed out something out, that there's a lot of green tint. You know, strangely enough, and this is the one thing, I pushed the tint. Yeah, well, and he's still saying there's a green tint, even though I pushed the tint way into the red. Now we're talking about some nonsense. I don't like doing this. I'm getting off track. Yeah, anyways, I'll revisit it. Yeah, 3 red bikes. 3 red bikes, yeah. I want to focus on the video and talk, but I'm getting distracted. I'm not doing multiple takes. We're doing this podcast style. Yep, it's an XR. Oh yeah. So this is us just flying down the highway, having, you know, a decent time. I gotta admit, riding down the highway like this is boring. It is boring with a capital B. Like, it seriously is. Like, I just can't even go on, man. Ugh. We're just going and going. Straight line, straight line. But now we're going and we're getting into some construction, and this is where I wanted to talk about. You see the median here between... So, I'm riding on the right side of the road, right? And I'm riding, and all these people are driving on the left side of the road, and there's all this space in between, right? They are going to, by they I mean the Virginia Department of Transportation, is going to fill in all that space with road. So they're going to flatten everything out, and they're going to build more road in the middle. And that road in the middle is going to be a toll road. And it's going to change directions every day. So, like, in the mornings, it's going to go north, the opposite direction that I'm going right now. It's going to go north up into Washington, D.C. And in the evening, it's going to feed out from Washington, D.C. down in the direction that I'm going right now. The express lanes, right? The easy pass express lanes. Very strange. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this. I think a lot of Virginians are pretty agnostic about this. And on one hand, they know it helps alleviate traffic. But on the other hand, having all these toll roads all over the place is very... I don't know how to explain it. It just feels scummy. Like paying to go to work. Like not just paying for your car, not just paying for your fuel, not just paying for your repairs, but also paying to use the roads. And here's the weird thing, right? We pay with our Virginia state taxes to build these roads. So we're paying to use the road twice every time we use it. Oh, so here we go. Now here's some stuff. Look at this guy in this trailer. Look at that. Holy crap, dude. He's going like 20 miles an hour onto the interstate. Somebody needs to give that guy a clue before he kills himself or someone else. Holy crap. Holy crap. So I'm just typing. I don't want to tell him, hey, I'll talk to you in an hour, bro. I'm already doing that to my other friends. I can't keep up. It's too much. It's just too much. Too much. Yeah. Anyways, we're continuing down the interstate. I'm just trying to show you, this is what the interstate's like. It's just so straight. It's so boring that, like, holy moly. It's just crazy, man. Just absolutely crazy. Like, I mean, look at the leaves coming through, but, like, we're just cruising along 60, 70 miles an hour. Now, I don't know exactly why I got in the middle lane. Oh, I know why I got in the middle lane, because now we're trying to exit. So at this point, we've done our 30 miles, and it's time to exit. It's time to get off. It's time to continue on our way and have some more fun on some other roads. No more 95. Not going down the Florida Keys. No, we're not going down to the Florida Keys. We're just gonna exit here after 30 miles. And continue on to the east. So instead of sticking where we are, we're actually going to go out towards the Chesapeake Bay or some of the inlets of the Chesapeake Bay. We're actually going to a place called Dhalgren, which is a military base, a United States Navy base, where my buddy used to be stationed, I think, and where he used to do, where he used to do his thing on things. And I don't know the details, and I don't like asking, but he's a good guy. He used to work in Dhalgren, and I gotta admit, I have a lot of respect for him, because he is one of the only people I've ever met in my life, personally met in my life, on those streets, that is actually, honest to God, 100% legitimately a better rider than I am. He just is. And I think if you continue to watch this video, you'll see it. You'll see how effortlessly he rides and how much effort I have to put into my riding just to keep up with him. And I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if it's that he has a faster bike or if he has more confidence or what it is. It's just he does things better than I do, and it makes him a better rider than me. Alright, so we got some more text to type. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm telling my buddy that bike, he's like, oh, that bike looks like it gets ridden. I'm like, yeah, it's got 50,000 miles on it. Yeah, it's got 50,000 miles, his XR. Unbelievable. And we'll see it later, and I'll show you the bike and how he rides and stuff a little bit. You know, from my perspective, of course. But, you know, that's just unbelievable. 50,000 miles on a motorcycle. Almost done with my penultimate beer, and then we'll be ready to crack the final beer. Oh yes, let's crack that final beer. God, there's my metal voice, right? Let's do the metal voice. Let's do the metal voice. You gotta know, like, you got the in-time metal voice, and you got the out-of-time jazzy metal voice. I like the out-of-time jazzy mid-90s metal voice more. It's just more fun to not be in time and to kind of miss the beat, or be like behind the beat and then in front of the beat and then like behind the beat, and just be like crazy metal voice all over the place. I don't know what I'm talking about. I need to listen to some more old school Arch Enemy just to get back into the mood. That's all I'm gonna say. It's too much fun, man. Whew. Yeah. So my buddy's asking. I'm telling him about the suspension of my my buddy. Okay. So the buddy I'm talking to is asking about the suspension of the XR of my buddy who lives down in Dhalgren, and I'm telling him, okay, so he's got an XR with 50,000 miles on it, and the suspension has kind of, man, we're back. I hit this freaking space bar on my computer and it stopped recording. I was doing this podcast style. I was trying to do this all in one take, but instead I just flubbed it by pressing the freaking space bar and stopping the recording. Well, we're starting it right back up. I took a little pause for the cause, just sat there for 2 seconds and collected my thoughts, and we started this right back up. So anyways, he's been riding this bike for 50,000 miles, and he said that, you know, all of a sudden, the sag on the bike got ridiculous. The static sag, you know, the way the bike sits when no one's sitting on it, got more intense, and it went from like, I don't know, he didn't know what it was before, but now it's like over 40 millimeters. And the sag when he's sitting on it is more like 70 or 80 millimeters, which is like insane. He's using like 2/3 of the suspension travel just sitting on the motorcycle. And it wasn't doing that before. It just happened all of a sudden. So the BMW dealership, of course, is worried about it. They're thinking they're going to replace the springs, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that, and they're going to try to get the suspension working correctly again. Especially because he rides it hard. He's very fast. And when you're riding fast, you need your suspension to work correctly. If it's sagging too much and you end up bottoming it out through turns, especially turns with bumps, that can cause you to have a really, really messed up day. You know, according to Psycho Cruiser. You know, I'm going to say it. I marked this channel as not for kids, and I don't have advertisements. I'm gonna use Psycho Cruiser's his little old saying. You're gonna have a fucked up day. Okay, if your suspension bottoms out while you're leaned over 30 degrees or more and you hit a bump. Okay, you're leaned over 30 degrees to the right and then you just hit a bump and that bump completely bottoms out your suspension. Yeah, you're going to have a fucked up day. I'm sorry. Because you're going down. You're going down. Your bike is going to tell you, fuck you, and that's that. So... man, it's just too much for me. It's just way too much. I hope he gets his bike fixed, because if he doesn't, I don't know what he's going to do. He's a disabled vet. He's a good guy. You know, he's served the United States of America more than most of us have. And he freaking deserves to have a little bit of fun, you know? He's out there trying to help other motorcyclists. He's trying to be a good guy and help other motorcyclists, okay? So, you know what? I think he deserves to have a damn good bike under his you know, crotch. Or whatever. So I was going to say the BMW dealership is willing to chip in some money. Like when my alternator died. Yeah, so like when my alternator died, it was going to cost me like $1,800 to fix it. But when BMW found out like what happened and like the condition of my alternator, and they talked to the shop about what had actually happened to it, they went, oh crap, that's really bad. Even though your bike is out of warranty, we're going to help. And BMW covered $1,000 out of the $1,800 that replacing that alternator cost. So, I have to admit, I kind of have to give it to BMW. They stand behind their products. You know, they want to keep they don't just want to keep your product running well for you and your health, but they want to show that they are the premium manufacturer, right? That like they are the best of the best. Here we go. I'm taking a right. Why am I taking a right here? Did I miss my turn? I think I might have missed the turn. I can't remember. I think I might have missed a turn and I had to turn around, and now we're going down this road and everything's cool. I didn't realize it was 40 miles an hour, so I'm cruising along at like 30 or like 25 like a jackass. Oh, it's too much fun. But this is just, look at this. This reminds me of the gravel roads in Loudoun County, except it's paved. It's just like very narrow road out in the country, just beautiful. Too much, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys are following along. I hope you guys are having some fun. I know I'm having some fun narrating this. It's too much. We're almost halfway done. We'll see. I think if I get to that point, the O in recording, which might be about 5 or 6 minutes away, that's actually the very much halfway point of this. So, what do I have to actually talk about in this video? I don't know. What have I been talking about in this video? I don't know. I've been drinking too much. I've been having too much fun. My life is just too exciting to care about content. Look at that creek. Little crick. Oh, it's awesome. Look at the leaves, the foliage right now. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. I'm sorry, but this is just beauty incarnate right here. If you can't appreciate this, then there is something bloody wrong with you. Seriously. Ugh. So I finished my beer. And I think it's about time to open the other one. So, oh, I'm on the Viffer! I'm on the Viffer! Here we go. Okay. So, what do I think about this bike? Okay, first off, you can't hear it in the video, but this is one of the best sounding motorcycles I've ever ridden on. And I've ridden on the Aprilia RSV4, the new one, the RSV4 RF from like 2017. And I've ridden on the Ducati V4S as well. And this bike sounds, I'd say it sounds as good as the RSV4 and even better than the Ducati. Although the Ducati, I think people really give the Ducati more shit than they should. That bike sounds amazing. The Ducati sounds amazing. It's just, it's a bit of a different sound. Right? Well, a bike like this sounds kind of like a V8 engine going for it, like the NASCAR, like whatever. The Ducati sounds like a swarm of angry bees, almost like a two-stroke. I like them both. They have very unique sounds. The bike is not as comfortable as I would like. The clip-on handlebars are very unnecessary to me. I feel like they're there for looks rather than performance. Also, as we found out when we were messing with the bike, trying to get it going, as of course I discussed earlier, we were messing with this bike trying to get it fixed, and we found out that the clip-ons are actually very inadjustable. They're pretty much in a fixed position, and you can't adjust them much at all safely. And that just seems like asinine to me. So here we go, 40, 60, 80. Nice. I mean, it moves. You gotta admit, this bike moves for an 800cc P4. It really gets up and goes. It's got a lot of power and a lot of torque, and it is just tons of fun. Man, the accelerating it, I don't know how to explain it. It's one of the smoothest accelerating bikes I've ever been on. I'd actually go so far as to say it is the smoothest accelerating motorcycle I have ever ridden in retrospect. It's unbelievable. It is so confidence inspiring on the throttle that I feel like it would actually get you in trouble if you were bad. So we're moving ahead. We're going to make a U-turn, and you'll watch me be an idiot here. I'm not going to drop the bike or anything stupid, but you'll see. Look at me sawing at the handlebars. God, I've talked about that before. That's so bad, but look at me do it. Because I'm going so slow and I'm so unfamiliar with the bike that I just can't make smooth steering motions with it because I'm not really in tune with the machine, you know? When you can make the machine an extension of yourself, you can make very smooth steering inputs. But when you're kind of out of tune with the machine and it's not for you, I don't know. You kind of just can't. So we're moving ahead, and we're gonna be making this left turn back onto the road. Oh no, nope, never mind. I psyched myself out. This is just a little bit of acceleration, a little more acceleration, not even much. But as you can see, a little bit of slow down, speed up action. Not too bad, not too bad. I think it's about time to open my final beer, guys. I think it's about time. All right, here we go. So, let me explain the beer a little bit. We got Angry Alice. Malt. 2-row Pilsner. Wheat. I don't know. I guess it's got 3 types of malt. 2-row, Pilsner, and wheat. We've got 3 types of hops. Citra, Simcoe, I can't pronounce that word. Simcoe. I do not know how to say that. And Mosaic. Yeast, American ale yeast. A bright and dangerously drinkable. Yes, it is dangerously drinkable. double IPA with big fruity and citrus notes. Now I kind of disagree. It's not that fruity. When you compare this to something like an Aslan or a Veil, like the Veil, when you compare this to like Aslan or the Veil and their double IPAs, this is extremely bitter and extremely non-fruity compared to those. But I like it that way. Okay, let's go back to the video. Did you see that vibration in the bars? I hope I do it again. When I let go of the bars on this Viffer vibrate like it's their job, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's normal or not. But look at this. I'm letting go of the bars. I'm trying. I just don't know what to do. I'm trying to be very light. And I notice when I have a very light and deft touch, they don't vibrate at all. But when I let go completely, they vibrate like crazy. So it's very strange to me. And I don't know if that's bad or good or normal or abnormal or what to think about that. But personally, I ride bikes with steering dampeners. Like my R6, I spent $500 fucking to put a steering dampener on it to make that vibration go away. So I don't know. It's not something for me. That's all I can say. So let's crack this beer. Oh. Well, now you can see maybe where that guy lives. Ha ha ha. Well, if you're smart enough, maybe you'll figure it out. I gotta tell you. You go fuck with a Navy veteran for his motorcycle, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna die, bro. So you better not do it. Better stay away! Oh, yes. Oh, we're almost to the O. I think we're about halfway done. I think it's time to open this fucking thing! Oh, yeah! I forgot to tell you the stats. So I told you the ingredients, so what about the stats? Check this out. 8.8% alcohol by volume and 74 international bitterness units. So here's my buddy on his 50,000 mile effed up suspension XR. Oh man, and he's gonna just make me look like a piece of shit who doesn't even know how to ride. Just watch this. Let's just watch this together. Alright. So I'm taking my hands off the bars. I'm trying to test if my GS does the same thing that the Viffer did, and it does not. There's no vibrations in the bars at all. There's no wobbliness. There's no instability. The GS just goes. It has no instability whatsoever. You know, I noticed actually that wobbliness in the bars. My Honda scooter does it as well. So I wonder. I think it's just any bike. I think it's just any bike without a steering dampener does it. You know. That's really what it comes down to. Any bike without a steering dampener is going to have those bars vibrate like that. So it's something you have to understand that, like, if you take your hands off the bars and ride with no hands, and you don't have a steering dampener of any kind, you're going to have problems. You know, you're going to have problems. I got photos coming in. I'm trying to type. You know, I can't do it. I'm not Bill Burr. I can't just dedicate a whole hour or two of my day, even if it is just one day a week, to just recording a video. I think it's just too much to ask. You know? It's just way too much to ask. Let's take a sip of my beer. Let's start drinking, guys. If you're on listening to this, pick up your drink, okay? Coffee, water, soda. I hope you're not drinking soda. Come on, I hope you're drinking beer instead of soda. Let's drink! Ah! I think I drank more than I should have. Oh, that went down hard. It tastes so good, but it goes down so bad sometimes. I think anyone who drinks a lot of beer knows how that goes, especially when you're drinking an 8.8% alcohol by volume beer. It hits you, man. It hits you like a sack of potatoes. Oh, man. I'm having a lot of fun making this video so far. Oh, man. We're about what? 20, 40, 60, 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. So we're more than halfway done, but we're not like 3/5 of the way done. I don't know. 6/10, 7/10. We're like 7/10 of the way done, right? I gotta do that math in my head. Maybe count on my fingers. I might have used my fingers there, guys. I'm sorry. I just, sometimes you have to do a little bit of math on your fingers, even when it's fractions. But hey, you're watching this video like I am, right? Look at the effortlessness that this man puts down. He's 2 up on a motorcycle with messed up suspension, and he is riding so effortlessly that it is just unbelievable. Also, just look at the scenery. I mean, you have to give it up. This is just a beautiful place right around here in Dhalgren, huh? It might be a naval base area, but like, this is beautiful. Man, if I were to join some branch of the armed forces, I would hope to get stationed in a place like this, with good roads, good people, low taxes. It is what it is. I think I'm gonna have to actually hit the space bar. I don't know. I don't want to do it. But I've got to use the commode, the WC, the comfort room. I'll be back. We're back. Yeah. So I'm standing up now, just pacing around. I can't sit anymore for this. So if you hear weird noises or something, I'm sorry. It just is what it is. I shouldn't be holding the cord the way I am. Anyways, I was thinking while I was taking a piss. Usually I try to have a riding subject, like, right? How to improve your riding, how to have more fun riding, how to whatever while you're riding. You know what? I think a ride like this is the antithesis of that. I think a ride like this is the complete antithesis of that. Take your current riding skill, and use that skill with correct road strategy, and have some fun. Some safe fun. Okay? Ride within your limits. Oh, shit. Ride within your limits. I'm not a rock star. I just completely stepped on my freaking cord. I hope I didn't stop. No, but seriously. Ride within your limits while still having a little bit of fun. Like, don't go too fast. Don't go too slow. Oh, I love bridges. I'm such a bridge whore. God. I'm such a bridge whore. But seriously, like, you don't have to go out there and improve as a rider every single time you get on the motorcycle, do you? And that's something I've been thinking about a lot. So now we're getting into the philosophical aspects of riding, right? Like, what does it mean to improve as a rider, and what does it mean to have fun as a rider? Are these two things compatible? Are they antithesis to each other? Are they normal to each other? Do they intersect? Are they different? I don't know. The philosophy of riding is something that really has been bugging me lately. Like, why do I ride a motorcycle? Like, obviously it is to have fun, but what makes riding fun? That is a very difficult question to answer for me. Like, is it going fast? I don't know. Is it pushing the limits of my machine? Is it bonding with my machine? I think that third thing that I just said, it is what it is. I think bonding with my machine is what makes riding fun. Excuse me. God damn it. I'm burping because I got too much gas in my stomach. But seriously, I think bonding with the machine is what riding is all about to me. Getting to know my bike a little better. Not in terms of stats and figures and repair manual information and crap like that. No, I don't care about stuff like that. Now other people might. And for them that's great, really getting to know your bike from like an intimate mechanical perspective. No, but for me, that's not what it is. What bonding with the bike is to me is bonding with it in terms of like inputs. What am I gonna get out of the bike when I provide it with a certain set of inputs? And understanding that input to output correspondence. That's what is fun about riding to me. So when I provide a certain level of steering input, what does the bike do? I don't know. At first, I don't know. Like when I was riding the Viffer, I was doing my best to try to bond with the bike. But when riding it for 7 or 8 miles on mostly straight roads, there's not much you can do. I need to ride that bike for 1,000 miles, maybe, or at least 100 or 200 miles of twisty roads before I start to get a feel for it. I might need to take it into a parking lot. I might need to start to understand the clutch, because it does have a hydraulic clutch, which feels significantly different from my Bimmer's clutch, my BMW's clutch. So these kind of things are what's fun to me. Look at him go around that turn. That was just like such a great line. Let's just watch this for a second and appreciate it. Like, oh, that is just excellent motorcycle riding right there. And I mean, it's subtle. It's a subtle thing, right? He just knows the lines, and he knows where exactly to put the bike, and that's where he puts it. And he's 2 up on a bike with messed up suspension. As I've said a million times. Oh, way too much, man. Way too much for me. But here we are. We're 47 minutes into an hour and 14-minute long video, guys. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it right now? It is almost 10 p.m. It is almost my bedtime. But hey, we're having fun. And I still got a lot of work to do on this video. For someone who makes some videos, there's a lot of things to do. And I don't know if I'm going to do them all. I think I might make this more of a podcast style. Like, okay, the colors aren't great. Sorry, guys. Okay, the this and that isn't great. Sorry. Are the transitions perfect? No. I don't know. Are my transitions ever perfect? I had that same transition, right? Whatever. I don't want to talk about geeky crap, but I can't help it. I just can't help it. I mean, we got an hour and 14 minutes to go. How am I not supposed to do that? How am I not supposed to do that? I don't know. I just mean, look at this. I mean, you can see the difference in our lines. We have significantly different ideas about what constitutes a proper line on the street, don't you think? I'm not trying to like stagger formation with them either. You can see I'm keeping a big gap. And because I'm keeping a big gap, I can ride wherever I want to on the road and not have to worry about staggering. But even though I'm doing that, you can see I ride, like he rides very close to the center line, whereas I ride very close to the middle of the road. Like, I use the right lane mostly, but I'm more close to the center, and I don't know why. I think that's just for me. Like, I feel like that gives me a little bit more leeway sometimes. I don't know. Especially because I don't know this road. So here we go. I see a 25 mile an hour, so I'm trying to catch up to him. Which I do. You can see again, we have very different lines through there. Our approach to going at a reasonable clip and having fun might be similar, but it is actually in practice quite different. So that's something I want you guys to think about, okay? Like, what makes riding worthwhile for you? Okay? No, seriously. Is getting on the bike enough? Or is it something else? Alright, let's have a little fun now. I'm gonna shut up for just a minute while we have some fun. Yes! I shoot raw, bro! Alright, I'm back, and yeah, I shoot raw. What are you gonna do? Cherry! I'm not gonna say the rest. You know him or you don't, okay? I hope I didn't touch the mic too hard there. I was trying to make sure it's close to my mouth. I don't know. I just don't know. So we got about 20 minutes left. That's good. We're making good progress with this video, don't you think? We're working our way through this. Oh, this is just beautiful to me now. So I'm heading home from Dhalgren, and we're crossing this bridge on, I think this is Route 301. So that would be, so 301 is like the third, it's an offshoot of Route 1. It's like the third offshoot of Route 1. So that's pretty cool. This is a very major road. And as you can see, it's a big bridge. And it's kind of scary. Like, if you were to crash into that concrete divider there on the right or the left on a motorcycle, like, you would possibly go over. I think you would possibly go over that shit and fly into the river. Have fun. Have fun doing that. You really don't want to do that on a motorcycle. I mean, that's fun. We're climbing pretty fast, right? We're climbing pretty fast, and like, oh man, if you were to go over like at this point right here, like right here, ooh, wouldn't be good. At least there, you might be able to hang on to something. I don't know. Or you might just fly into that stinking pole, and the pole will knock you out, and then you'll fly into the damn water. Have fun with that. You're like, it doesn't even look like we're up that high, but I guarantee you we're like 200 or 300 feet up. You know? Ugh. Whatever. It's just too much fun. It's just way too much fun to think about awful things. Don't you think? No, am I just crazy? Am I just crazy in love? Am I just crazy in love? Ugh! Or I can just sing all day. Yeah. What kind of podcast is this where I'm just making all kinds of stupid freaking noises, cursing my ass off, talking about reverent crap, and just being stupid. And we're heading back now. I don't know why I have so much video here. So here's my buddy, and this is where I get back to myself. We're heading home, and he's going his way to wherever the fucking Maryland he lives. Bumfuck Maryland. I'm braking hard here. Yeah, look at that. Quick stop. I wanted to get ahead of him so I could peace sign him, and then I just not slam, but I apply the brakes quickly, you know, judiciously but quickly. So now we're moving down 301 some more, and I guess this is what it is. Like, as you can see, it's just I had to ride on this road for like 30 something miles, and it's like, this is what you get. You get 30 miles of this. So get used to it. Then you got that business there that's out. It's dead. You got all these dead businesses, and like, yeah, right there, just a completely burned out building, and like, ugh. You're kind of in the middle of nowhere here. This is an area that no one gives a crap about, you know? Like, that no one wants to go to. Why would someone go down to that restaurant there on 301 or whatever this is and go eat there? Because you know you're going to have to drive down 301, like, significant distance, and you've been drinking, and there's going to be police, and it's just like, it's just not smart. So yeah, of course a place like that goes out of business. It just it just is what it is, right? Yeah, a little more sipping of my beer. My stomach's starting to hurt. I mean, I only ate once today, and I only had a few beers, but it's like, that's enough. Like, apparently my metabolism has slowed down to such an extent that I barely have to eat and I barely have to drink to feel completely full. I don't know what to say. Maybe I need to start working out more, but I feel like if I start working out more, I'm just going to want to eat more. Like, how am I supposed to balance it? How am I supposed to, like, find a place where I'm not constantly desiring to eat? You know? Whatever. I'd rather be fat and happy than skinny and miserable, and that's what I was. I was starving myself to make myself skinny, and it was awful. And as soon as I stopped doing it, I gained like 100 pounds in a year. I just don't get it. It's like my body was like, what the hell were you doing? Why weren't you eating? Like, let's get fat together, you know? Anyways, it's too much fun, right? It's just too much fun to have that. We actually got tick marks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 tick marks. So we're about to hit the 4th tick mark, which means we're, what, 1/6 of the way done? Something like that? I guess they're trying to show you, like, if you're going to do, like, the hero's journey, how to divide things up, right? This should be the climax. We should be heading towards the climax right now. Well, unfortunately, there is no climax. This is a fucking podcast, so you're just going to have to deal with it. That's all there is. Oh, this car here, I like this. I showed this because look at how fast this guy goes. I don't know what this guy's deal was. Why he decided to go so fast. I was following him, just being like, all right. You're still accelerating? Okay. You're still accelerating? I mean, I can go faster, but like, I'll keep following you. And now we're doing like 90 miles an hour in a 55. And I'm like, what the hell? Why are we going so fast? What is the bloody point? I'm like, I guess this guy wants to play. I'll play a little bit, but like at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to go to jail. Like, we're going really, really fast, bro. That's not me, man. I'm not into that game. I might go fast for a second or two, but I'm not about to just, like, rip it. And then you see that guy. He was driving, like, in the middle of the road. Like, yeah. Okay. And for some reason, he stops all short there. Like, what is going on? What is this guy thinking? I don't know. Dude, people are so bloody irrational. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. then you can hear me. I think I screwed up shifting somewhere. No, it was at the previous light. I screwed up shifting so bad. But now I'm like, you want to pass me? You want to play? Like, let's play. And now he doesn't want to play. So I'm like, what the hell? He was just like, no, let's go fast between these two lights. That's safe. But everywhere else going fast is not safe. And to be fair, I don't live around here. Maybe he's totally right. I don't know. You know, this is Maryland, and in Maryland, they do have speed cameras. But I could have sworn that they have to tell you about them. Like, this is a speed camera-enabled road, so go fuck yourself and go to speed limit, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, whatever. So my buddy, I don't know. I don't even know what road I'm on. I guess I'm still on 301. I think I got distracted. At some point here, I was supposed to make a left onto, like, some road. Let me look at the name of the road. Just bear with me for, like, 2 seconds. It was called Turkey Hill Road. At some point, I was supposed to turn on the Turkey Hill Road. But I just decided to keep going. And I don't know if I missed it at this point or if I missed it after this point, but I was just like, you know what, dude? You're going to play with me, you're going to lose. At least unless you're willing to, like, really put your life on the line. Because, I mean, I'm not, but I'm willing to ride at least a little hard and accelerate hard away from lights and stuff. So now we're moving on, and this is where the speed cameras come in. So here, take a look at the right. Keep your eyes focused on the right side of the screen here. You can see me slowing down. Look at this guy. Look at that. I think he got screwed. I think he got completely screwed by that. Like, I don't know how that works, but he was going faster than me, and he didn't slow down until way later than me. So, if anyone got a ticket there, it was him, not me, right? I would hope so. I think it's stupid. Personally, as a Virginian, I think that is such an asinine concept to be able to send a ticket to the registered owner of a vehicle when you don't know if the registered owner of the vehicle was the one operating the vehicle. Basically, you're saying you have full responsibility of your vehicle no matter who is operating it. That's how it works in Maryland. You have full responsibility over your vehicle regardless of who is operating it. And I think that is asinine. That goes against the rule of law in this country. Yeah, whatever. You have no right to face your accuser, you know? Bullshit. It's complete bullshit. You basically have to make someone fess up. Basically, someone was operating your vehicle, so someone's getting the ticket, you know? And from what I've heard, if you get enough tickets from those stupid fucking cameras, they can take your car. So, yeah, have fun with that. So now we're heading on to 95 again. So remember how we were on 95 before? Well, we're going back on it again, except this time we're actually kind of more north. We're significantly more north, actually. We're coming on it from a completely different side, and we're heading the same direction, but we're like 40 miles north. So it's kind of interesting, right? I mean, the way this works out, right? Instead of kind of going back the way I came, I made a big circle. I kind of like that. I think that's fun, you know? Well, look on the left, that's a big casino. Yeah, casinos. I'm not a big fan of gambling. I think that whole thing is like, that's what Maryland gets off on, right? When you're driving down the road in Maryland, you're kind of gambling. If you're going over 12 miles an hour, that there's not going to be a speed camera. Huh. Whatever. And when you go into Maryland, apparently you're allowed to gamble with your money too. So it's like, Man, Maryland's a messed up place. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I just don't get it as a state. I don't get the whole liberal, super liberal states. And this is the weird thing to me. Like, I am not a conservative by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm not a liberal either. It's like, I want sensible legislation for the everyman in the area, you know? But instead, we get all these self-serving politicians who just do whatever the hell makes them the most money. Ugh. Welcome to life. Welcome to reality. You know? I guess that's just the way it works. It's all bullshit at the end of the day. So anyways, guys, we're getting close to the end here. We've got less than 10 minutes to go, and I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for putting up with my stupid little podcast, my stupid little Sunday night rants to motorcycle riding. I hope you had a little bit of fun. I hope this made you think just a tiny bit. I'm sure it didn't. I'm sure this didn't engage your freaking frontal temporal lobes at all. But hey, I hope it did. I really do hope, okay? Maybe I'm getting better at this. Maybe I'm getting worse. Maybe I'm about the same. I don't know. I'm just having fun, and I hope you guys are having a little fun watching too. And maybe I'll come back and watch this. I'm sure I will. I know I'm going to watch this. I always watch my videos after I make them just to see how embarrassing it truly was. And I feel like this is going to be an embarrassing one, don't you think? Yeah, we're heading down 495. Look at this. This is the Wilson Bridge. Yeah. Whatever. Look at that wall there. They don't want assholes jumping off the bridge. So now we're heading down some more. I don't know why I put this clip in here. I don't know. As weird as it sounds, like I made most of this video in terms of editing, and then Premiere Pro crashed, and it just wiped out all my edits. So I had it very meticulously edited, and then now I've got this kind of like sloppy edit. So this is what you're getting. You're getting the director's cut, and by director's cut I mean the lazy, drunk director. Yeah, that's the cut you're getting. The burp cut. Where are we headed here? I don't even recognize this. Where are we going right now? I'm lost. I lost myself. I mean, I wrote this today and I don't even know where I am. Oh, we're heading on the 267. We're heading onto the toll road. Oh my god, we're so far ahead of where I thought we were. You can see this guy in the Honda Fit. I think that's what that is, a Honda Fit. He's actually kind of moving. He actually kind of cooked it around that turn. I like that. I got a lot of respect for a man who can do that, or a woman, or whomever. Whatever. I got a lot of respect for a driver who can cook it around a highway turn like that, because honestly, it takes some balls. It takes a little bit of confidence. You know, and most drivers have absolutely no fucking confidence in their vehicle. That's at least what I've noticed. I don't know if it's because their vehicle is falling apart, or they have totally crappy tires, or what it is, but most people have no confidence in their vehicle whatsoever. So to run into someone like that is a great thing, and it makes me very happy. So now we're heading into the toll booth. As you can see, the sky, look at that. Just a beautiful, you know, kind of overcooked sky. Anyway, I had a lot of fun making this, and I know I said that already, but man, guys, sometimes you don't have to have an interesting ride, right? Sometimes you just get out on the bike and go places. And I know I've got other buddies, and I won't name names, but that's what they want. It's like the destination is important. It's not just a journey, it is the destination, you know? And I think I'm starting to understand that a little bit, that riding to ride and riding to get better is great and all, but that's not the be-all, end-all of riding. Mastery of your bike and mastery of your riding isn't the only thing that matters, right? Having fun and being true to yourself is extremely important, you know? So I hope that I am, again, I hope that I am maturing as a rider and as a human being to be able to understand this, you know? So here we go. We've moved down 267. We've gone about 10 miles since I talked to you, and we're getting off. I don't know why I'm passing this guy on the right. Like, I'm getting impatient. I'm like looking at him. I'm like, is he gonna come over on me? I can go on the shoulder at least, you know? And here we go to the exit. We're going to keep this going for just a minute because things get kind of interesting here. You know, I was just saying that mastery isn't that important, but sometimes having a little bit of knowledge and having a little bit of understanding can be very important. And the situation that I'm about to find myself in really proves that. And it shows that, like, being able to have confidence in your riding and have knowledge about your motorcycle, very important. Because look at this. Look how the road just, like, goes from a nice smooth road to this graded, fucked up road here. Look at this. Now all of a sudden I'm on a road, and look to the left. If I were to try to switch lanes to the left here, oh, look at that. I just went up a huge bump. Like, if I didn't take that aggressively like I just did, there was a chance that I could have fallen off my bike and gotten run over. So, like, I have to be careful. Now look at this giant ledge there to my left. I have to understand that if I want to go up that ledge, I have to hit it with a certain angle. If I just kind of pussyfoot myself onto that ledge, there's a good chance that the bike is going to throw me off. You know, these are things you have to understand, right, when you're riding. So yes, just getting out there and riding a motorcycle, that's all well and good, until you run into a situation like this, where you have to understand, like, where you are and the position you're in and how much danger you truly are in, you know? So, yeah, I do want you guys to just go out there and enjoy. I do want you guys to just go out there and enjoy and just do whatever, have fun, no big deal. But at the same time, yes, I'm going to say it, I want you all to think about your riding. I want you all to improve as riders. Okay? And you know what? I said it early. It's been over an hour. I've said it early. I don't know how I'm going to end this video now. But I've said it. You know, think about your fucking riding a little bit. Like, just do it. Like, am I riding the way I would like to ride? Do I want to improve? Yes or no? Maybe not. Maybe no is the right answer. I'm just saying, like, think about it. At least at least understand that riding a motorcycle is an incredibly dangerous thing. And that if you're not good at it, your chances of dying are incredibly, incredibly high. So here I am pulling into a brewery to get the beer that I used to get drunk to make this video. So, yeah, we've got less than a minute left. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, you are a true badass. So, give yourself a round of applause, for sure. Have a good day. Think about your riding, but have a good day. I think I'm going to cut it off now, and you're going to watch me do a little bit of parking lot maneuvering, and then we're going to end this. And then that's it. I had another clip, but it was dark. Between now and when I got back on the bike, which was like 30 minutes later, it got completely dark. So have a good one, guys. Have a good one.